Are you lying awake at night wondering if he truly loves you or if you're just convincing yourself? That gnawing feeling in your chest, that emptiness, it's real and it hurts more than you let on. Many women stay in relationships where they're not truly valued. They settle for silence, half efforts, and feeling invisible. Over time, it wears you down, piece by piece. The worst part, men don't always show their love. They don't express it in ways you can recognize. And before long, you start questioning yourself, doubting your worth, thinking maybe you're asking for too much. But you're not. You deserve to feel loved, deeply and clearly. Today, we're cutting through that confusion. I'm going to share the 6 things men only do for the woman they truly love. No more guessing, just the truth. If you've ever felt unseen or unheard, don't turn away. Stay with me. You need to hear this. Point 1. He sacrifices, even when it hurts. When a man is deeply in love, he'll often make sacrifices without even thinking twice. It's not just about grand gestures, but also the small, everyday things that show how much he cares. These sacrifices can reveal a lot about the strength of his feelings. One example is how a man might give up some of his personal time. We all have hobbies, things that we enjoy doing by ourselves, like playing sports, gaming, or hanging out with friends. But when a man loves his partner deeply, he might willingly cut back on these things to spend more time with her. It's not that he doesn't enjoy his hobbies or his time with friends, but he values his partner's company so much that he's willing to make those adjustments. Career decisions are another area where sacrifices are often made. Sometimes a man might take a job that isn't as exciting or that doesn't pay as well simply because it allows him to be closer to his partner. For example, he might pass up on a promotion or a great career opportunity in a big city just so he can stay in a smaller town where his partner is based. It's not always an easy choice, but love can make those decisions feel worth it. Take the story of Tom and Jack, 2 men with very different approaches to their careers. Tom had always been driven by his ambition. He loved climbing the corporate ladder and focused most of his time and energy on his job. While he did care for his partner, his career always came first. On the other hand, Jack was in a similar relationship but chose to make a big sacrifice for love. When his girlfriend got a job opportunity in a small town, Jack decided to leave his fast-paced city job and move with her. He took a less exciting job and accepted a slower pace of life just to be with her. It was a tough decision, but his actions spoke volumes about his feelings. His choice to put his relationship first showed that he was willing to sacrifice his own dreams to make hers a reality. Now, for any women watching this, it's important to pay attention to the actions of your partner. Notice if he makes similar sacrifices, whether big or small, to show that he cares. Does he spend less time with his friends to be with you? Has he adjusted his schedule to fit around yours? These aren't always big decisions, but they can be powerful signs of love. It's in these little sacrifices that a man often shows his deep commitment to the relationship. So take a moment to reflect and recognize these gestures. They are meaningful, even if they're not always obvious at first. Point 2, you feel safest when you're with him. When you feel truly loved, safety is often a big part of that feeling. A man who cares about you will go out of his way to make sure you feel secure, emotionally, physically, and mentally. This kind of protection shows in many ways, and it can be one of the most comforting aspects of a loving relationship. Let's start with emotional protection. A man who loves you will always be there during the tough times. Whether it's a hard conversation or an emotional moment, he will stand by you and make sure you feel supported. He'll listen when you need to talk, and he won't make you feel small or unheard. Instead, he'll validate your feelings, offering comfort and reassurance. You can tell he's truly present, not just physically, but emotionally. He wants to make sure you feel safe to express yourself without fear of judgment. Then there's physical protection. This doesn't always mean something big and dramatic. Sometimes it's the little things that make the biggest difference. Maybe he offers to walk you to your car when it's dark outside, or makes sure the doors are locked at night. These small acts show that he cares about your well-being and wants you to feel safe. It could also be him stepping in when there's a situation that might cause you harm, either physically or emotionally. You know he's there to have your back, always. Think about the little things that show someone truly cares. Take Mike, for example. Every night before bed, he always makes sure all the doors are locked, even if it means walking around the house one more time. It's not that he thinks something will happen, it's that he knows it matters to his partner. It's a way of saying, I'm here and I want you to feel safe. It's simple, but it means a lot. Contrast that with a man who might brush off your concerns. Maybe he doesn't take the time to listen when you're feeling anxious or dismisses your worries when it comes to your safety. That kind of response can make you feel alone and unsupported, like your feelings don't matter. It's important to notice how your partner reacts when you express concerns or need reassurance. A loving man won't ever ignore your need for safety, whether it's emotional or physical. So take a moment to reflect. When has your partner made you feel safe? Maybe it was a comforting word during a stressful time, or the way they always make sure you're not walking alone at night. These moments show that love isn't just about grand gestures, it's about the little things that add up and create a sense of security. Feeling safe in a relationship is a powerful sign of love. It tells you that someone cares deeply about your well-being. And in a relationship, that's one of the most comforting things you can experience. Point 3, he listens when no one else does. Good communication is at the heart of any strong relationship. It's how we connect, how we feel understood, and how we can truly grow together. A man who loves you doesn't just hear what you're saying, he listens. He listens not just to respond, but to truly understand. This makes all the difference in how you feel when you talk with him. When someone listens to respond, it can feel like they're just waiting for their turn to speak. They might be thinking about what they'll say next, or even trying to solve your problems right away. But listening to understand is different. It means being fully present in the moment, focusing on what the other person is saying, and showing empathy for what they're going through. It's not about jumping in with advice or solutions. It's about hearing them, feeling their emotions, and making them feel heard and valued. Let me give you a real-life example. Imagine two couples, Rachel and Sarah, each having a challenging day at work. Rachel talks to her partner, but instead of listening to her, her partner brushes off her feelings, maybe with a "you'll be fine" or "don't worry about it." It can leave Rachel feeling dismissed and alone, like her emotions don't matter. On the other hand, Sarah talks to her partner, and he listens carefully. He doesn't interrupt or jump to conclusions. He asks gentle questions to make sure he understands exactly how she's feeling, like, "What happened?" or "How did that make you feel?" This helps Sarah feel heard and supported. His willingness to really listen, to give her space to express herself, shows how much he cares. When a man listens like this, it's a sign of love. He wants to know what's going on in your world, and he's willing to take the time to understand it deeply. It's not about fixing things immediately. It's about showing that your feelings matter to him. So how can you tell if your partner listens well? Pay attention to how he responds when you're talking. Does he make an effort to understand what you're saying? Does he ask follow-up questions that show he's interested in more than just the surface of your words? Or does he quickly offer solutions without really hearing you out? If you want to encourage better communication, try asking open-ended questions when you talk. This invites deeper conversation. For example, instead of saying, "Was your day okay?" ask, "How did your day go?" or "What happened today?" This opens up the door for more honest, meaningful dialogue. And when he shares his thoughts, be present with him too. Show that you're listening, not just waiting for your turn to talk. When both partners engage in active listening, it creates a space for connection and understanding. It builds trust, and over time, it strengthens the bond between you. So, take note of how your partner communicates and encourage those moments where he truly listens. It's one of the best ways to nurture a loving, healthy relationship. Point 4, he's your biggest fan when you doubt yourself. When a man truly loves his partner, he shows it in many ways. One of the most important ways is by supporting her dreams and ambitions. Whether they align with his own goals or not, a loving partner encourages his significant other to follow her passions. He's not just there for the easy moments. He's also there when it requires effort and sacrifice. A supportive partner will do more than just say, "You can do it." He takes active steps to help make those dreams a reality. This might mean offering emotional support during tough times, providing practical help, or even making sacrifices of his own to ensure she has the time and space to chase what matters most to her. Whether it's helping her pursue a new career path, going back to school, or starting a business, a loving partner will encourage her to take those risks no matter how big or small. For example, think about a woman named Emily. Emily had always dreamed of becoming an artist, but she hesitated. She was unsure if she could make it work or if it was too late to start. She doubted herself. But her partner Ryan saw things differently. He believed in her talent and encouraged her to take the plunge. Ryan didn't just talk about it, he helped Emily set up her very own art studio at home. He even attended her art shows, proudly cheering her on every step of the way. With his unwavering support, Emily gained the confidence to pursue her passion fully. Today she is a successful artist, and Ryan's love played a crucial role in her growth. This kind of support doesn't always look the same for everyone. For some, it might be encouraging a career change or backing an idea to start a new business. For others, it could be something as simple as giving them the freedom to explore their dreams without hesitation. What matters is that the support is real and it's constant. Now, think about your own relationship. Does your partner encourage you to follow your dreams? Are they there for you when you take risks or make tough decisions about your future? It's important to reflect on the ways your partner supports your aspirations. If you feel that some conversations about goals or dreams haven't happened, take a moment to talk openly about them. Share your ambitions, big or small, and see how you can both support each other's personal growth. A loving partner will always be there to cheer you on, no matter where your dreams take you. Point 5. He keeps chasing you, even after he has you. In any loving relationship, keeping the romance alive is essential. Romance isn't just about fancy dates or grand gestures. It's the small, everyday acts of love and affection that really matter. A loving partner understands that romance needs to be nurtured regularly, and they make a consistent effort to show they care. For instance, spontaneous gestures can go a long way. Imagine coming home to a beautiful bouquet of flowers or finding a sweet note left on the kitchen counter. It doesn't need to be a special occasion to show you're thinking about the person you love. These small acts can brighten up an entire day. It could even be a text saying, "I'm thinking of you," or making their favorite coffee in the morning. These little things show thoughtfulness and attention to what makes the other person happy. A strong relationship also prioritizes intimacy, not just physical, but emotional as well. That means taking time to connect regularly, beyond the busy routines of daily life. Setting aside time to talk, share feelings, and just be there for each other strengthens the bond. When both partners feel emotionally supported and appreciated, it lays the foundation for a lasting connection. Take the example of two different men in relationships. One man is always looking for ways to surprise his partner. Whether it's planning a romantic weekend getaway, organizing a surprise dinner, or just sending a text to check in during the day. His effort to make his partner feel special helps maintain that spark in their relationship. On the other hand, the second man has become complacent. He's stopped planning surprises or showing those little acts of affection. Over time, the emotional connection begins to fade. This shows just how important it is to keep the romance going. It's not just about the men either. Women can play a huge role in keeping romance alive too. If you're in a relationship, it's helpful to notice the little romantic things your partner does. Appreciate those gestures and maybe even make an effort to add a few of your own. Initiating your own surprises, whether it's planning a special dinner, writing a thoughtful note, or planning a fun outing, can make a big difference. When both partners put in the effort to maintain romance, it helps keep the connection strong. So let's remember that keeping the romance alive is an ongoing effort. It's the thoughtfulness in the small moments, not just the big ones, that makes all the difference. Point 6, he lets you in when the world shuts him out. Many men find it difficult to show vulnerability. It's often seen as a sign of weakness, something they're taught to avoid. But a man who truly loves you will open up about his fears, insecurities, and past experiences. This isn't something that happens overnight. It takes trust, emotional safety, and a willingness to be seen for who he truly is. When a man shows vulnerability, it's a powerful sign of emotional intimacy. It's a way for him to say, "I trust you with the most sensitive parts of me." Vulnerability can deepen the connection in a relationship, building a stronger bond. It also allows both partners to understand each other better, leading to a more supportive and meaningful connection. Take Alex, for example. He'd always kept his past struggles hidden. Growing up, he'd faced a lot of emotional pain. His childhood wasn't easy, and there were scars he'd never really healed from. But one night, after months of building trust with his partner, he decided to open up. He shared the deep-rooted trauma he'd experienced as a child. He explained how it had shaped his fears and made it hard for him to trust others fully. His partner listened without judgment, offering comfort and understanding. She didn't try to fix him or tell him what to do. She just held space for him. This moment of vulnerability brought them closer. Alex felt understood in a way he hadn't before. The walls he'd built over the years began to come down, and their relationship grew stronger because of it. This kind of emotional openness isn't always easy, but it's essential for a healthy relationship. When you feel safe enough to share your fears, your hurts, and your hopes, it creates a sense of partnership that can weather any storm. If you want your partner to open up, it's important to create a safe environment where vulnerability is met with empathy. Encourage openness by being supportive, patient, and non-judgmental. Foster a space where both of you can share without fear of rejection or criticism. When that kind of emotional safety is in place, it's much easier for both partners to show their true selves. If you've noticed these signs in your relationship, or if you have any other examples, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want more relationship tips like this. Now let's dive back in. When a man truly loves a woman, he shows it in many ways. We've talked about 6 important things he'll do: making sacrifices, ensuring her safety, listening and communicating, supporting her dreams, keeping the romance alive, and showing vulnerability. These actions, while sometimes small or subtle, speak volumes about his love and commitment. These signs of love are not always grand gestures. They're in the little things, like being there when needed, taking time to listen, and showing up for her in ways that matter most. It's these daily acts of care and connection that make a relationship strong. Ladies, take a moment to recognize these signs in your own relationships. Appreciate the love that's shown in these quiet ways. And remember, you have the power to nurture love too. Small actions like showing kindness, understanding, and respect can go a long way in deepening the bond between you and your partner. Love thrives on trust, respect, and those little things that show we care every day. You deserve a partner who values and cherishes you, and these signs of love are a beautiful reminder that someone cares deeply for you. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to share it with someone who could use these insights. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.